like we had this conversation the other night. I think men hit hit the wall in the sense of when you get to a certain point in your life, you get a certain level of money, you hit a wall where you don't trust the women around you.
Ask Bill Murray if he hit the wall.
Not the wall as in they can't get women. It's more of you don't trust the women
Men hit the
around
wall
you.
too. That's a false dichotomy. It's gonna become a time when you cannot provide the things that a man was supposed to provide besides financial. It comes a time. That's why we get older. You that's my old man. You're gonna get old one day, and you cannot provide the things that you used to provide to a woman.
It's also a moot point though, Uncle Rick, because we know that. No, men don't argue that.
But that's what I'm saying then. So we
men are
can't say
born
it's
at
not
the
a wall, is
wall.
what I'm saying.
Ain't gonna be
Exactly.
no time
We get rejected our whole life. Like some dude's
Bullshit.
wall is 25. Like
There ain't
they've been looking at it as to why, because a low percentage of men even get prenups anyway. And I think one of the reasons why men won't think to do it is because we usually get married broke, right? We just working, and that's all we really got. But I think men do it internally because of especially if you a hustler, go-getter type, because a part of you knows you can always reinvent yourself. So that's why people like, Trigger Mike, you got a prenup? No, nigga. I'm Trigger Mike today. I'll be Trigger Mike 2.0 if this woman ever leave me. Jeff Bezos gave out $30 billion. How long did it take him to make that money back? 9 months?
$45 billion.
And I will say this, in my marriage, like shit, if I lose, she lose.
Yeah, because men are like, man, fuck it, take it all.
Bars.
Just give me a laptop. I tell motherfuckers, just give me a laptop and internet connection. You can have everything else.
We both got to, in the state of Texas, we got to bust that shit down the middle. Bust it down the middle then. I don't give a shit. Once we bust that shit down the middle.
But they do. So again, young gods, if you don't see enough value in a woman, don't do it. Don't do it. I ain't got to convince you of shit. I ain't fuck you. I ain't having your babies. I ain't gonna be the one to rub your back in your head when you ain't feeling well. That's your girl motherfucking job. And if y'all can't see it to the fact that the principles, right, and the intent of what marriage really supposed to be and provide when two people are in it correctly, right? If you don't see the value in that, then you won't. You won't, and that's cool. Hey, but I'm telling y'all, they building more nursing homes every day. Goddamn it, that's a fact.
All right, go ahead, take us home on this, Luis.
I'm gonna say this. We've been around the world 100 days about this topic, but I'll say this. I can only go off my lived experience, and I hope that everybody goes off their personal lived experience and not rely so heavily on other people's marriages and what people else got going on, because that's just gonna leave you in a chokehold. As far as for me, I personally believe in marriage. My parents have been married for 35 plus years, and 80% of my family is married. You know what I'm saying? The 5 that had divorced, they remarried. So there's a very small threshold of people who are not married in my family. And we find community in that.
What's taking you so long, Lewis?
Don't get on my case, Shane. But yeah, man. For me, look, I think it just comes down to what you believe in. I mean, if you either believe in the institution of marriage or you don't. But I'll tell you this, people around the world outside the U.S., heavily believe in marriage. That's why here we're having such a difficult time trying to get married. But how are you?
All right, we got baby BZ said disappointing, no real progress was made on this topic. Y'all think progress was made?
No, and it never will be. It's over for these little niggas, man. I keep telling y'all, it's over for these young cats, man. It's over. No, it's OV. I keep trying to tell y'all.
It was a lot of progress. We're speaking through us to the
grand
audience that's gonna watch the replay.
Look, and let me give the fellas the real shit, before they get out of here. Again, this ain't no disrespect, Big Cloud Jones, Jay Stanton. I hear what y'all saying, right? But the truth is, like I said, men marry women, right? The reason why they can say this with such confidence, again, because they look at the women that's out here nowadays, and there's no reason for them to get married. They can see why, you know what I'm saying? I can get everything that I want without commitment.
Yeah.
They can get everything they want without commitment. Like I said, then I do agree with Ali when he said, hey, we'll marry y'all, but it's y'all job to keep us, right? It's not enough women out here presenting wifely qualities to override the bullshit that these young fellas are getting fed. Men don't care. It's to the point where these dudes ain't chasing no woman. They ain't trying to marry y'all. They ain't trying to marry y'all. They don't give a fuck. It's 4 or 5 of y'all out there, and they gonna keep doing what they doing because shit. At the end of the day, y'all don't provide enough value for them.
Yeah,
that's a fact. It ain't no problem with me. Me and my girl straight. Like I said, me and my wife, we went to Hawaii, had a goddamn ball, celebrating my birthday. 20 plus years married. Shit, what the fuck? But it's not my job to sell what the benefit of my girl do for me to you. It's your girl. And they don't see the value in women. But, that's a different subject.
I wouldn't say that they don't see the value in women. They don't see the value in marrying them.
I'll also say I don't give smoke to anybody that has that viewpoint that doesn't have children. I start to get a little abrasive. If you got kids and you got that mindset, yeah, I got a problem with you. But if you don't have kids, yeah, then I mean, really, the world is your oyster. Do as you please.
So, do you gentlemen think men hit the wall too?
Much later.
I think like we had this conversation the other night. I think men hit the wall in the sense of when you get to a certain point in your life, you get a certain level of money, you hit a wall where you don't trust the women around you.
Ask Bill Murray if he hit the wall.
Not the wall as in they can't get women. It's more of
men hit the wall too. That's a false dichotomy. It's gonna become a time when you cannot provide the things that a man was supposed to provide besides financial. It comes a time. That's why we get older. You that's my old man. You're gonna get old one day, and you cannot provide the things that you used to provide to.
But it's also a moot point, though, Uncle Rick, because we know that. No, men don't argue that.
But that's what I'm saying, then. So we can't say it's not a wall, is what I'm saying.
Ain't gonna be
exactly.
No time
we get rejected our whole life. Like some dude's wall is 25. Like
there ain't no time in your life, Ricky, that you're not gonna be able to do the things you're supposed to do.
That's
you're gonna do it all the way up until the day you die.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie, Shannon. That's a lie. That's a lie.
How you figure?
Because that's hopeful at best.
Point are you not gonna be able to provide and protect?
Because we all get older, bro. We all get older.
You just do it slower. Oh. You'll do it slower, but you ain't gonna ever stop, Ricky. Papa didn't stop until he hit the grave.
That's not true.
Now, I believe that men are born at the wall, and they got to grow out of it. We don't hit the wall. We start at the wall, and we got to work our way from it. And a lot of guys either don't move away from it, they move slowly, or they just stay at that motherfucker all their life. That's the issue. But hitting the wall in the traditional sense that we discuss it with as juxtaposed to women, I don't think men necessarily do that. But to Ricky's point, you know what, because I say that men need to provide, protect, and problem solve. I believe that men problem solve, provide, and protect until the day they die. That's just what I think. Now, I get it. And he has the opportunity to make sure he can do it even better if he stays strong and eats well and works out and does all the things that he needs to do. Do men fall off? Yeah, I think men fall off. Absolutely. Everybody fucking falls off. But I think Father Time is on our side if we take advantage of it. So
I think what
I think Ricky's gonna fucking do the 4 Ps until he's 90.
I think what they mean by hitting the wall is in the context of finding of getting married. That's how I look at it.
Okay. If you look at it, that's I see you.
And what I mean by that is that's why I say I think men. That's why I say I think everybody ages out of marriage at some point. I think men age out of marriage in the sense of once you get to a certain level and you have a certain amount of money, somehow you're going to start looking at the women around you kind of funny. You're going to be like, I don't know if marriage is in the cards for me. You're going to start being like, I don't know if I want to marry a woman right now because then you risk a whole lot. It's the opposite for women. Like your options as far as marrying whoever you want, that's always going to be there. But that don't mean that you're going to be willing to get married at that time.
I don't know, man. Because if we say the market sets the rate, then men, you got to break it down different for men. We know that attractiveness and desirability is the wall for women.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
Then if attractiveness for men, sure, we hit the wall. But that's not what makes
that's not what we measured on.
That wasn't what I was arguing though.
Our wall is probably 30, 40 years later now at this point but
it's still one. But it's still a wall. Still one.
Yeah, that's indeed. I'll concede to that. But it's much later.
Do you get what I meant when I say that I think men age out of marriage?
You talk about if I lose my mind.
What I mean is that at some point
no more, and the DMV takes my license because I can't see and I can't do shit, and I need somebody to give me my shot.
I don't know that we age out. I'm trying to think. Okay,
Did you hear what I said though? Hold on, wait. Did you hear what I said though? Did you hear what I said? No, listen to what I said. It's not about our attractiveness. It's not about how many women we can get. It's about your own mindset of whether you even want to get married or not anymore. Once you hit a certain level, you start looking at the world a little different and be like, is marriage in the cards for me? That's why something that Anton said on one of the shows, he was like, once you get to a certain level where your pockets is fat and you ain't never get married, I recommend you do not. That's how most men think at some point in their life.
Here's why I disagree with that a little bit, because people act like men don't, we are not little children saying, I can't wait to get married when I grow up. It's literally the woman that makes us, like, not makes us, but inspires us to marry her. And you can do that at any age, bro. If she's just that type of woman that deserves that honor, you can think about it at any age. You literally can, because we not the ones sitting here. Oh, I can't wait till she gives me a ring on my. If it wasn't for that woman being so honorable and so deserving of that honor, we would literally just be boyfriends for life, knocking these women down.
I don't know about that, man. I think there's a lot of dudes out there, when they hit a certain level financially, they start looking at marriage totally different.
Not Jeff,
especially
Jeff Bezos.
But Jeff Bezos, but I mean, yeah, but Jeff Bezos got Jeff Bezos money. He took an L and lost $40 billion and made it back in 3 months.
He about to do the whole shit again.
He's a totally different monster versus some regular dude out there who may only have about $300,000-$400,000 in household wealth to split.
That's we said a dude with wealth, right? A dude with wealth. No, these, like, come on. Even the Zion thing is extreme.
Based on what we're measured by. Finish that sentence, Trigger.
Based on, like, the Zion thing is extreme. But literally, what you can see is that dudes will trick, even off in wedding rings. Dudes will trick out wedding rings. If they got it, they just want to enjoy themselves with a nice looking lady. Oh, you want to get married? Shit, let's do it. I already got my estate planned out for my kids, and they in my will. Fuck it, I don't care. Like, dudes are not really thinking about that. I don't think so.